99.9 Punk World Radio FM. We are live, and we have a very phenomenal, unique punk rock band here live on the radio station. Majority of them are in the nation's capital of Ottawa, but the lead singer is from Charleston. We're going to be getting into how they all came together to become such a amazing North American-based band. But guys, how are you doing tonight? We got Majors here.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Good, man. Yeah, thanks for having us. This is awesome.
Yeah, you're most certainly welcome. I know we all know how the weather is down here in Ottawa. It's cold, a little bit of snow off and on. But how's the weather out there in Charleston? I got to say, you lucky bugger.
Right now, it's probably about as nice. It's my favorite time of year here. So it's like I'm going to try and do a quick conversion to Celsius, or maybe I'll still do Fahrenheit. But Fahrenheit, at night, it might get into like high 40s, low 50s. And then the day's like 65, 68. So it's pretty
like 20.
Yeah, it's like 20, and it's no humidity. This is the perfect time of year here now. But summer, like August, September, it gets a little grueling.
You can't breathe down there.
Yeah,
you can't even. It gets too hot to golf. Here it gets too cold to golf. Down there it gets too hot to golf.
Oh, we still golf, but
well, yeah, I know.
But one day
you guys need to find that little gray area medium, so you guys can have that perfect golf. You know,
I don't know where that would be, but you find it. You let me know.
We just need, we need multiple homes is what we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just come up here to golf in the summer. We'll go down there in the winter. Done.
Super easy.
Done. We figured it out. All we needed is DJ Immortal to help us.
That, or you can ask the Toronto Maple Leafs where the good golfing areas are, because we already know they're like a masters at it.
That's true.
I'm a Leafs fan, so I feel like I can say it. So before any Leafs fans watching start sending me hate mail, I'm a Leafs fan. I know we suck, so I'm just going to sit back and crack some jokes, but I'm still going to cheer for them.
You know what? We could write a song about ending the playoffs after one round and going golfing early. That's absolutely something that we could do.
Yeah.
I mean, we're never short on content to write about, but I mean, that one hits home because I'm a Sens fan. I'm a diehard Sens fan, so I would love to do that. Although
you guys could even write a song about Happy Gilmore as well, man.
Yeah. There's lots of room for quotes and samples from Happy Gilmore, that's for sure.
And just call it "The Price Is Wrong," bitch. Just that. There's the name of the song.
That would be a good one. We try to stay away from the like classic. The cultural references to golf that are kind of done over and over and over again. You know, I don't think we reference bogeys or birdies very much in our songs or anything like that. Like we try and keep it pretty esoteric. And also in the lyrics as well, we try and keep it so, I mean, at least lately, we write about golf pretty obviously, but sometimes we like to kind of make it a double entendre. So it sounds like, you know, maybe golf could be like that love interest, that kind of just the one that got away, the round that got away, but you don't really call it a round of golf. So, you know, things like that to keep it interesting. But yeah, we don't hit it on the nose that square all the time, at least. We do sometimes.
Sometimes it kind of goes into the rough, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Pun intended.
But I have to ask, guys, taking you guys back to the beginning in 2023, what's the story behind this band? Like, how did you guys all meet and come together as one? Because obviously, all the members are out here in Ottawa, except for yourself. You're out there in Charleston. So, like, what's the story behind that connection?
I guess I'll take the reins on that. Well, it goes back to 2007. I'm originally from Detroit, and Bricks was in his old band, and our old band was called the Fully Down. They were based out of Ottawa, and I went and saw them when they were on tour. They opened up for a band I liked, saw them there. Fast forward, probably not that long, maybe 5-6 months, they needed a new singer. So I tried out for that band, moved to Ottawa, and recorded a bunch of demos, played, I don't know, maybe a dozen shows, I'd say, somewhere in that ballpark, maybe. But it kind of, you know, changing lead singers is tougher than I would think as a young man. But so we did that, and then it kind of fizzled out. But Bricks and I stayed in touch, have a lot of friends there, met my wife in Ottawa. So it kind of was all for the best. But we kind of reconnected through golf and just started going on a yearly golf trip. And it just was a joke while we were waiting to tee off. We're like, wouldn't that be hilarious if we started writing songs that were just about golf? And then a couple of years later, here we are doing an interview with you. It's wild.
Because Justin is a singer, just can't stop singing anywhere he is. So we're waiting on a tee box and he's singing a song about the people ahead of us. We're like, that would be such a good song. It's such a good melody. We should do this. And then we finally just did it.
Mm-hmm. And that was another part of it too, is like we were starting to write songs or like work on songs for the old band. And I remember it was before we even had this idea, I'd said it like jokingly to Bricks. I was like, I can only find lyrics about golf right now. So I'll just write those and then we can change them later to the real ones. But little did we know that was going to end up being the entire band and not changing them. So
never got changed.
Yeah.
And then we actually we have friends in a band called Amos the Transparent from Ottawa. You might know, great band. They've been around forever, and they host a Christmas show every year in late December. And they saw Justin and I joined them to play an old Fully Down song. And then Joe from Kingfisher, another punk rock band who was actually the original singer, 2 singers before Justin the Fully Down. He saw that and he asked if Majors wanted to play a show because they were putting on a show in May. So we said, yeah, let's do it. That would be fun. And then that's where the necessity came to get the rest of the band members. So it was a mad scramble in March. We were actually on a golf trip in Palm Springs, and we were trying to figure out who was going to be in the band. So we called a few friends, and they came through.
I think we said yes to playing the show before we even had a band. Like a full band.
We gave him a soft yes, and we said, let us get back to you. I think he gave us a week to assemble a band. So we got it together quick and prayed.
And that's the one thing I like about you guys, because you guys have a very unique, like I've interviewed thousands upon thousands of bands, but I have to say the golf and punk rock connection is most honestly one of the most unique punk rock bands I have ever interviewed on my station. And I'm not just saying that because you guys are here. Like golf and punk rock together. I've interviewed wrestling and punk rock and whatnot, but you guys have a whole band based on golf. And I just got to give you guys your praise because that is very unique.
Yeah, appreciate it. So well, it's that was kind of the thought. We were like, as wild as this is and how silly this is, but like there's got to be some people who grew up like we did, listening to skate punk and doing all that, and then finding golf. Like there's got to be some. They got to exist. And then if they don't, if you like the genre, I think you would still like the songs we're doing.
Yeah, and I think we're proving it out though. Now that we've got a few releases out, we had the EP last year. We've done 4 singles this year that are out. Listen to them on Spotify. We found people cropping up all over the world. Who people in Germany. There's tons of people in South America. Brazil is a huge spot for us where people love golf and love punk rock. Japan as well. Yeah. It's kind of funny how the people who like both things love our band, right? I mean, it's rare. Well, it's unique. We're the only ones who do it, as far as I know. Actually, no, that's not true. We found a couple.
Was it just 1, 2 others? We found 2 others since we started doing this.
It was one band. Are they called Golf? What are they called? Golf Corpse?
Yeah,
I think. Yeah,
and they're out of Ontario. Yeah. And then there's another band out of Florida that's like, but they're both more like hardcore type.
Yeah. They're tougher than we are.
Yeah, they're very tougher than way tougher than we are.
But also, going back to when you guys are talking about playing shows, your guys' very first show that you ever did was at the infamous Club 27 in the Byward Market here in Ottawa, Ontario. I was wondering if you can actually just tell us a bit more about your very first show. And of course, what was it like just taking the stage at one of the best punk rock venues in Ottawa, in my opinion?
Take it away, Bricks. I mean,
I appreciate that you have that kind of love for the 27 Club, because that was where I spent way too many hours when I was younger, too young to get into that bar, when it was called Zaphod's, rest in peace. And that was where we played our last Fully Down show, actually, in August of 2008. So, and that was the last proper show that I played. And then until we went back there and played the 27 Club. So, I mean, it's just like an old friend. Like everything was the same, showed up and plugged in and went. Don't have the same endurance that I did when I was that age, but we got through the set. It was, it was really fun. It's a kind of like old lights turning on in your brain that you forgot existed when you get up there. It's, and it inspired us to do it more because it was so fun.
Yeah. And it was just, with me being so far away, it was cool how the dudes put that together. Like the guys we played with, the other guys in the band, they would essentially like jam with me kind of there, but not really. I would just track everything and be like, here you guys go. So, I mean, the first time we had ever played together was the night before the show. So that part was interesting, but kind of worked. Yeah.
Yeah. There's weird logistical things that we did. Like Justin would go into his vocal booth and sing the entire set straight through. And we would take his raw vocals and just put them in and play to a click track to his vocals. We play to a click track during the set too, because I can't be trusted to keep time as a drummer. So, so it sounded like his raw vocals, no tuning, no reverb, no compression, nothing. And so we got a real good feel for it. But yeah, we only rehearsed. We went through the set 3 times for that first show, and I think it went okay because of that practice. And then this last run that we did of Ottawa, Montreal, and Oshawa, we didn't rehearse at all. We just stepped on stage and went using that same technique.
And also, August 16th of 2024, you guys released the 8-track album titled Songs in the Key of Golf. I was wondering, what is the story behind this amazing record? And of course, where can we actually buy or stream ourselves a copy of it today, if there is indeed hard copies available or still available?
We're all sold out.
Well, we didn't do any like what we want when we do a full length. We've heard like a number of people have requested a record, which I think would be really cool to actually do it on vinyl. So we're probably going to do that for the next one. But the last one, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music, you can listen to that record.
If you do want to support us and buy a copy, you can buy it on Bandcamp.
Oh, there you go.
To us, yeah, which would be lovely.
But yeah, that came together just from Bricks and I writing songs, passing them. The original thought of this band, not to say we never thought. I didn't. We weren't even planning on playing shows. Really, it's crazy. Like we just wanted to write these fun songs and do it, and we were just passing songs back together from Charleston to Ottawa, and that's what that first record was. So we'd kind of a mixture of Bricks writing the structure of a song, sending it to me working on it, sending it back to him. Every now and then I just do a voice note into my phone, say, hey, check this out. He built a song around it. Bricks is like he's the kind of he's the workhorse behind this whole operation. Like some of the songs he'll just be like, here, and it's just a fully done song. And we're like, oh wow, that's incredible. So
sing this.
Yeah. If it wasn't for him, I would get nothing done. So it's great having him, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think the first EP was just to prove that we could do it, because I hadn't written songs, and I don't know, Justin, when the last time you had written songs was, but since I was in my teens probably. So having all the knowledge of having a previous band, and we did a lot of touring, we did a lot of writing, released a few albums, and knowing what all went into it, but not actually doing it myself. I didn't know if I could. So I wanted to try, and one song turned into 2, into 3, into 7 or whatever's on the album. And now we've got probably 40 that are written for this new album, and we'll pick the best ones. But I think we wanted to show ourselves that we could do it, and then we had it, so offer it up to the world.
And I got to say, the song Addiction is actually my favorite off that record, man.
Nice.
Phenomenal 8 tracks, but that's definitely my go-to.
Appreciate it. I think that might be mine too. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite. Yeah, Addiction's a really good one. It's a fast one. We like the fast ones. With the Blink-182 shirt on, I figure you'd appreciate the skate punk beats.
Oh, 100%. But when you said vinyl as well, the one thing that popped in my head would be really cool when you guys do get vinyl, make the vinyl actually look like a golf ball. So when it spins around in the record player, it'll look like the golf ball actually got hit.
I'm wondering if there's a way to do that. Probably wouldn't work to have like the dimples of a golf ball on a record. Is that something that's possible?
The dimples are what makes the sound. So
that's right.
Yeah.
But maybe dimples everywhere.
You could draw it though in a way to make it look 3D dimples.
Records are going to cost $100 each if we have to custom make them like that, but it's probably going to be worth it.
Oh yeah.
If they'll sign me up right now, I would pre-order $100 vinyl. If you guys make that, I will buy one of the limited editions.
Like 100%. you sold one copy and it's $1,500, but it's for you.
Yeah. We'll make it like that Wu-Tang album. You can never play it for anybody, but it costs $1 million.
Yeah.
Just have it sit there in a frame, and people walking like, "Oh, what's this? Don't touch it."
Yeah,
it's my retirement plan. Bad retirement.
One day they're gonna get big, man. One day, just one day. eBay it goes.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you. That's a great idea, though. We should absolutely look into that. I'll put it in my notes, my running notes.
But also, as we talked about, you guys are a golf punk rock band. And I know it's a cliche kind of question, but this literally just popped in my head because obviously there's golf courses all over the world. But if there's actually one country club or golf course that you guys could just set up, play a set, and absolutely tear apart, what is one country club or golf course you would love to play at?
We've had this conversation because, like, I mean, it would almost be a course I want to play the most, like physically play golf rather than play a show at, if that makes sense.
What is that? What's your holy grail course?
I mean, what I'm going to say is just so absurd that it would never happen, but like Augusta. Could you imagine? I mean, just because most people, you don't even get the opportunity to play that golf course, but to play the course and play a show, there would be. And you want to talk about the contradiction of the music, like that is, the stuffiest, most exclusive place. I mean, that in Pine Valley, but Pine Valley, I'd say that.
Didn't they not let black people play at Augusta until like 93 or something?
It wasn't that. I mean, it's not good.
Or they had like segregated locker rooms. It was not good. It's not good.
Yeah. But I mean, that unfortunately, that's kind of golf as a whole. That was, very elitist white person sport.
That's why we're here to break the mold.
That's right. So we got a Mexican singing songs about it right now.
That's right.
That's me, by the way. I'm allowed to say that.
Well, hey, they also had Tiger Woods in golf as well. I will admit, I am not huge on golf, so probably the only golfer that I really know is Tiger Woods. I didn't really watch a lot of golf, but I will say I know Tiger Woods because his white girlfriend went crazy and smashed up his car and stuff. Right. It was all over the news.
Yeah,
but
he's the best
still a great golfer, though, dude. Still a great golfer.
The best ever.
Good place to start.
Yeah,
I think I would love to play Pebble Beach just because I think it looks amazing and it's just such a like classic storied golf course. Augusta would be the one if I had to choose a course to play, but to actually play a show at would be the Waste Management Open in the stadium.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, the Waste Management Open is held in Phoenix every year, and they have is it the 16th or 17th hole? It doesn't matter.
I think it's that's gonna make us look. I gotta fact check myself. I want to say 16.
It's a par 3 hole, and they've got a stadium set up around it. So it's a golf, like it's a hole of golf, but it looks like a soccer stadium. I don't know how many fans, 50,000, 30,000 or something like that. And it is a party. So at golf, you usually will have, you go to the tee box and everyone's very quiet and, everybody's got to be silent. But at the Waste Management Open, everyone is trashed by like 8 a.m. and just screaming the whole time. And like the golfers getting people pumped up. So I think that would be awesome to set up on the green at 16 at Waste Management and play. There would be probably violence, not incurred by us, but I mean, it gets out of control. It gets out of control. I think it was a year or 2 years ago that they stopped serving alcohol at 4 o'clock or something because everybody.
Yeah, it was. Well, there was that, and there were rain delays, which like added to the drunkenness. But yeah, dude, there were clips of people just falling. Like it gets bad there.
Yeah. So golf's not always classy.
Yeah.
Especially at the Waste Management Open in Arizona.
Yeah.
No.
Man, it's named after a garbage dump. So I really, no disrespect to the sport or anything, but it's named after Waste Management, which is a garbage collection company. I definitely would not. It needs to get trashy a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
Like if that's the name of it, it has to be trashy. Just a little.
Do that.
But also, October 3rd, 2025, you guys teamed up with Randy of We Were Sharks to release the song Proba Golfi, which I'm pretty sure was probably based upon Propaganda. But how did you guys actually get connected with Randy? And of course, what was it like just working with him in the studio on this particular track?
Well, yeah, it's Propagolfi is that one was the song itself. That was another Bricky special where actually, you know what? I did the melodies on that one. Now that we think about it.
Yeah, you wrote one.
That was one that was sitting there for a minute, and we all loved the music so much. And there was one day I was just like, I'm finishing this song because it's my favorite song we've done in forever. So I just knocked it out over 3-4 days with the melodies and all that. But we wanted a different voice for a part of the song on the bridge, especially. We were like, that'd be cool to do some trade-off stuff. And Jason, Jay in our band, the guitar player, he's in We Were Sharks. So we were like, can we talk to Randy and see if he wants to do this song with us? And Randy, I mean, that was essentially, it was as easy as that. Randy was like, yeah, absolutely. When do you want to do it? Like, I don't even know if he had heard the song. It's like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Because like he liked what we were doing, so he just assumed it was probably going to be good. But yeah,
he just assumed sick.
Yeah.
No, Randy's the easiest going guy. I think you interviewed him recently too.
I did, yeah. I interviewed him like twice, and then we kind of became friends. I was actually just kicking it with him at the Full Throttle show the other night at the Advent Guard.
Oh, no way. Yeah, no. So he's just such a laid back guy, and I've known Randy since probably 2005 when he was in a band called In Safe Hands. So very, very long ago, and we've kind of run into each other here and there. He recorded with Dean Hadjikristou. The two Last Sharks albums, I think, were with Dean, and Dean's a close friend of mine as well. And he mixes and masters our stuff also. So we've always kind of been in and out. But yeah, it was Jay, can you get Randy? It would be really cool to have him on this. And yeah, it's funny. Justin mentioned he didn't even think he heard the song before. It reminded me of the rest of the guys in the band. Did you know? So just to take it back to March 2024, when we were looking around for bandmates, we sent messages to a bunch of people and we got responses back saying, yeah, for sure. And then found out later they didn't even listen to the band. They just said yes, just expecting that it was going to be decent enough. Like what a leap of faith for them. But I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, no, it was like, wait, you didn't listen to any songs, and you were just like, okay, cool.
And then our streams per listener on Spotify shot up for 3 days while they listened to all the songs and tried to learn them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it just shows how hungry your bandmates were, man. It sounds like they were really wanting to just to make music and be a part of something great. So I'm pretty sure they heard the concept and was like, yeah, sure, let's go for it.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, guys, because honestly, I know we talked about the album in 2024 that you guys released, but with that being said, is there new music actually coming within this foreseeable future? Like, is there another album currently in the works? If so, what can we actually expect when the new music does get dropped to the general public? Because I gotta say, the song you did with Randy for We Were Sharks is phenomenal. Like, definitely has that like first single vibe, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Yeah.
More of that. I mean, it's almost no great like reinventing the sound that we do. It's going to be, double the EP of music, hopefully. I mean, that's kind of the plan. And I don't know. We haven't really thrown out like an exact date for when the record's out. I mean, ideally, we would like to have it out middle of golf season. It's kind of the idea, because if we wait till fall, that kind of ruins it. So I don't know. Maybe June, late May. June.
We'll see when it gets done, right? And how much we want to do. Maybe there's 2 songs that we write towards the end when everything is mixed and we say, no, these have to be on, right? And it extends it. So yeah, aiming for summer-ish, early summer would be nice. Got to have it for the golf season. This band operates on golf season. So in the winter when we can't play golf in Ottawa, we write music down here in the basement. But yeah, it'll be full album. We don't know how many tracks. I think, anywhere between 12 and 10 and 15. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Whatever's good, right? We're not just going to put songs on the album for the sake of it. But I think we should have enough to work with the amount that we have. And I think it's going to be an evolution of what we did before. Like the first EP was good. I think it's something we can be proud of. But like I said earlier, we were writing it and putting it together just to prove that we could do it and getting our sea legs in a lot of things. Like Justin and I are both sitting in our home studios right now. So we're learning how to be audio engineers. We're playing our instruments again seriously for the first time in many years. And then all the other things to do with being a band in this era, right? With Instagram and video editing and everything like that. So we were getting our sea legs on a lot of this stuff, playing a show for the first time. So now that we've got that all settled and we can focus on the songs, I think there's going to be a lot more interesting things happening in the music. So if you listen back, I know I listen back to Addiction and think, that second verse, we could have maybe changed the second half of it to make it more interesting. Or, what if we put a pause here or put a harmonized guitar there, right? So we're going to spend a lot more time producing it, I think. Not to say that it's going to be polished to within an inch of its life, but I think it should be more interesting and offer the listener more when they're hearing it. And also it's nice to have, Nathan Pierce playing guitar now, because I'm not a guitar player. I may have 2 guitars back there, but I'm a drummer. So Nate just the other day, he was in here picking up some gear, and I was playing him something that I was writing. It's like, wouldn't it be cool if there was a riff like this? And then he grabbed my guitar, started playing it. I'm like, plug that in. We're tracking it right now. And then it sounds fantastic. So just little things like that. I mean, that's a big thing. The guitar playing is going to be a lot more complex on this album because I don't have to play it.
And I have to ask guys, because obviously we just talked about the new album. Well, what is next for Majors? Like, is there anything we happen to miss during this evening's interview that you guys still want to touch on, talk about, or promote? What we still got you here live on the radio station airwaves tonight?
I mean, you won't have to wait for the full length record because it's going to take us some time. We'll have between now and then, I would say 2 to 3 more singles out. I would imagine, kind of do it that way. Music video, hopefully. So just stuff like that. Follow us on Instagram is what I would say. I know it sounds so lame these days, but that's what gives us all of our self-worth. How many followers you have when you click on it. Not for real. But it is
the real count. Yeah. We're only at 200.
You're like, come on. No, we're better than this. We're better than this. No, but just give us a follow and just say hello. Like, we're doing a very fun thing. So just be a part of it.
Yeah, for real. Really reach out to us. We had, when we were in Ottawa, we had somebody come out to the show. I had never met them. I think Justin, you and some of the other guys were talking to her. And I was just sitting in my house and I got a call on our Instagram from somebody who was following Majors. And I answered it, wound up just randomly. I'm like, random answer. Talked to her for like 15 minutes. She's great. She's, wants to get us out to Toronto. So yeah, we're very accessible. We're not Oasis yet. So take advantage. And we do on Instagram, we do try to actually put effort into the stuff we put out. It's not just going to be listen to this single all the time. So we try not to annoy people and actually give you some stuff that's fun to watch.
And speaking of Instagram, if you can, what's your handle? Because I know how to follow you, but people here on the radio that might just be listening to the audio aspect of things right now, they might not be able to see like the names or stuff that's actually on the screen. So that being said, drop your handles, man.
Dude, it's so funny that you're doing this because like I have to fact check myself and everything. By the way, we were correct. It is the 16th hole at Waste Management. So we were right on that. And then on Majors, it's Majors Golf Band.
All one word, Majors
All
Golf.
one word, Majors Golf Band.
You can probably just Google Majors Golf Band. It'll come up at this point.
Yeah, there's not a lot of us out there. So
I would definitely hope not, because I will say like I said, you guys are very unique. So me at the beginning, if there is other Majors Golf bands out there, everything I just said at the beginning would be like obsolete, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you guys are, like I said, you guys are a phenomenal, unique band, man. I really can't wait to see the twist and what you guys actually bring to this next record, man. Keep doing what you guys are doing, because I always say standing out is actually perfect when it comes to anything in music.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that.
It's nice to hear.
Thanks so much. Love your show, and everybody can look out for some new singles and a record early summer 2026.
Hey, man, it definitely sounds great. I'm looking forward to it. And also, remember, if you decide to make those golf ball records, let me know. I'll definitely pre-order one.
No, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Because, I mean, I can just picture the record spinning in my record player looking like a golf ball. I'm like, I'm already sold, dude.
Some type of blood splatter in there, too. I mean,
a little bit, yeah.
Brainstorming.
Like right now, if I had my credit card, I'd be tapping my desk right now, just tapping the soundboard, just be like, take my money, just take it.
Mm-hmm. We'll go look at it. We'll put a credit on there for you as well for the idea in the liner notes.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I appreciate that. But guys, again, thank you so much for your time. I really hope we can do this again sometime soon. But for now, have yourselves a phenomenal night. We definitely shall talk again here soon, guys.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Have a good one.